Hello everybody and welcome to this second day of the Asia World Speed Skating Championships. We're live for the Olympic Hall in Hamar, Norway. Now ready to see the skaters in action. We already had an exciting first day yesterday with Joy Beunen winning the 3000 meters for the women. And Sander Eitram taking home the gold medal on the 5000 meters for the men. We got some extra energy from all the Norwegian friends in the Olympic Hall. The Dutch women Suzanne Schulting, Jutta Leerdam and Angel Daleman took home the gold at the women's team sprint. And it was gold for Xu Liang and Ning from China at the men's team sprint after a close battle with the Dutch. So we are back for this second day here in the Olympic Hall in Hamar, Norway. So it is the second day, Friday the 14th of January. We'll have the women's team pursuit, the men's team pursuit, and the 500 meters for both men and women. This biggest competition of the season, the Asia World Speed Skating Championships. You see the schedule on the screen, so we'll shortly start with the team pursuit for the women, followed up by the team pursuit for the men, 500 meter for the women, and we end today with the 500 meters for the men. As we see Joy Beunen from the Netherlands, the winner of the 3000 meter yesterday, warming up for the team pursuit. See team the Netherlands in the fourth pair, the women's team pursuit. The conditions, the ice temperature minus 9.8 degrees. Very important for the 500 meter, of course. We will reach some high speeds later today. We hope that the ice grips enough for the skaters. We are 2 minutes away from the start of the first pair. Women's team pursuit. We have the starting list, so 4 pairs on the IA teams. This Team Canada and China pair number 1, Italy, Norway pair number 2, and pair number 3, Japan and the United States. And in pair number 4, Germany against the reigning world champions team, the Netherlands. So we saw a lot of Dutch fans here in the Olympic Hall. We see also a lot of Norwegian fans. Start with the first pair for this team pursuit. Team China with Yang, Adake and Yin. Against Team Canada with Blondin, Malte and Weideman, the Olympic champions 2022. Also exactly the same team that won that beautiful gold medal. Then as we have the start of the first team pursuit, so 6 laps for the women. The men will later skate 8 laps. important to stay together, to skate as efficient as possible. And of course we'll see a lot of pushing. That's nowadays the standard in team pursuit. This China with the slightly faster opening compared to Canada. With Blondin leading the way for Canada. Almost exactly the same time as China after one full lap. So not yesterday 6th on the 3000 meter, Blondin 8th. Weideman in between them in 7th place. So also Yang from Team China on the 3000 meter yesterday. Came 11th. Still China leading before Canada. 1:15. They have to set the time for the other teams. China with a great half lap, 1:29. Staying very relaxed. See on the back skater having to push to keep with the leading two. Can they keep their lead? It is getting a little bit tighter. Canada faster lap time. Cheered on by their coach to push even more, and there we have it. It is a break to leading skaters for Team China. The third skater needs to lead them. But it is very important for the third skater. That's the time we'll put on the clock. It is now Team Canada. Very consistent race from them. 15:13. China trying to close that gap very hard. These 6 laps. Team Canada lost half of a lap to go. To the last corner for Team China. We'll have to finish for Team Canada the first time on the board. It is 3:00.73. This Canada at least by 3:06.56 for Team China. So difficult last 2 laps. That's the difficult thing about the team pursuit. So trying to push the skater in front while also keeping your balance and keeping away of the skates from the runner-up. Technique very important to try during the training sessions as we continue with pair number 2. It is on the crossing Wiklund, Leves and Swenny for Team Norway. And the straight is Team Italy with Lovicida, Avello and Marletti. Oh, this is something you don't see that often. False start. This second pair on the women's team pursuit. There we see it on the bottom. It is the skater from Team Italy. Slight movement there. We have the restart, and this one is good. So the start of pair number 2. Team Italy against Team Norway, and in the end against the time of Team Canada. 3:00.74. We will compare their times to the time of Team Canada. Already a slower opening for both teams. Very consistent race from Team Canada. Can Team Italy and Team Norway do the same? As they are already 1 second behind on that time from Team Canada. So now get into the groove. This Richard leading the way for Team Italy. Team Norway slightly in front. Team Norway also in the 14.4 half lap times. See in second Wiklund. Fought on the 3000 meter yesterday after that great battle with the winner Joy Böhne. Just missed out on that podium. Very important for this team pursuit. We get cheered on by their home crowd in the Olympic Hall. 46 for Norway. More than 2 seconds already behind on Canada. Again, also for Team Norway, can they keep these half lap times up? Quite consistent, the numbers 8 from the World Cup classification this season. Team Italy, very difficult already. Looks like still 1 lap to go from there for them. Norway gaining a little bit on the time of Team Canada, but still more than 2 seconds behind on that 3:00.74. We have the bell here for the last lap. 1 more lap to go for both teams. As they try to gain more on the time of Team Canada, but that time will stick for at least 1 more race. It looks like Norway 15.5. 3 seconds behind, trying their best on their way to the finish. It is the second time for Team Norway, 3:04.00. And the fourth time for Team Italy, 3:07.45. See the replay of this second pair. So it is Canada, Norway, China and Italy, the top 4 at the moment, with 2 more pairs to go. We continue with pair number 3, and now we're looking at the United States. Number 3 from last season, Bo Mangello and Myers against Takagi, Sato and Horikawa for Team Japan, the winners of the World Cup last season. So medal winners during the Olympics 2022, and here we are. This is the third pair. Has started for their 6 laps. Team USA, so 3 team decisions during the World Cups last season. It was the United States who won all bronze. in all the World Cups against Japan. Won 3 times the silver medal. As this Japan with a very fast start. With 5 laps to go. 1 seconds below the schedule of Team Canada. Let's see if they can keep that up. For Tagari in the front. Tagari and Sada both also part of that team that won the silver medal in 2022 in the Olympics. Bronze medal winners of the World Championships last year. Can they do better than that? We will see shortly. Good rhythm for the United States, but both a little bit slower than Team Canada, so losing out on their lead. 4 tenths and 5 tenths in front of Team Canada at this stage. It is a good intermediate lap by Team Japan, a little bit faster than Team Canada, so keeping that lead of 5 tenths. Good to see their rhythm. Japan another 14.5. Great lap, almost a second in the lead over Canada now. And also the USA still ahead. Is losing a little bit on that schedule of Team Canada, but Japan a very strong race from them. You see it's still difficult there from a third skater. Can she keep up? Japan are 14.6, very consistent. To go towards the last lap, the final lap for Team Japan. 14.8, 1.8 seconds in hand. There's the United States losing out on their lead. Third intermediate time at the moment. 2 tenths behind on Team Canada, but a very strong performance from the Olympic champions. It is Japan. Takagi leading the way with more than 2 seconds lead over the current leaders, Team Canada, as they go towards the finish line. It is the finish to 58.55 for Team Japan. The third place at the moment, 3:02.27 for the United States. Was looking very good for them, but the last 2 laps went up a bit too much. Great race by Team Japan, now in the lead, as they are sure of a medal. It will be more than that bronze medal from last year. Second now, Team Canada. US in third. Norway fourth. 5th place for Team China. 6th, Team Italy. As we have 1 more pair to go in this women's team pursuit. Here we have the reigning world champions Beune, Reitma de Jong and Groenewoud against Schultz, Schlurp and Hoffmann for Team Germany. That's the start of the final pair in this women's team pursuit. Team Germany against Team the Netherlands. Reigning world champions on their way to maybe another gold. They have to beat the Japanese team. Let's see what the opening is. Slightly slower. That is okay, as we see Beune, the world champion from yesterday in the 3,000 meters, leading the way. Team Germany now in 6th place, already 1 second, 1.4 seconds for Japan, the numbers 4 from the World Cup of this season. 13.88. They gain a little bit on Japan. That great intermediate lap. You saw it earlier, it's all about consistency in this women's team pursuit. 14.0. Now almost the same as Japan. Won all 3 World Cups this season. Team the Netherlands, and now they are ahead, 2 tenths ahead on Team Canada. Slightly different line there from Joy Beunen going into that corner. Still looking very smooth with 3 laps to go. Halfway now. The same intermediate time as Team Japan. Looking very sharp from Team the Netherlands. 14.2, great lap. To gain another 2 tenths of a second. Team Germany now 6th place, 2.5 seconds behind on Team Japan. Another great lap, 14.3. Now 6 tenths ahead on Team Japan. Can Team the Netherlands keep this up to go towards the last 1.5 laps? 14.3, gaining even more, almost a second ahead. Still looking fresh from Joy Beunen, Antoinette de Rang, Rijpma de Jong, and of course Marga Groenewoud in 3rd. 14.5 is looking good, 1.3 seconds as they go into the last lap. Germany 31.00, 5th place for them at the moment. Just staying up as it is Team the Netherlands, the reigning world champions from last year. And as we await the finish, it is the unofficial win for Team the Netherlands. 2nd year in a row it is the world champions. A very consistent race. 2.5 seconds ahead on Team Japan. Germany ends up in 4th place after a great end of their 6 laps. But what a win for Team the Netherlands. Slightly slower start as they had to gain a little bit of Team Japan, but the end was very, very strong. As Joy Beunen claims her 2nd world title of the weekend. Exactly the same rhythm from the Dutch women, looking very good. And that's what keeps up the speed, which is so important in this team pursuit. This the coach Rietje Ritsma clapping for the 3 Dutch girls. Jake Paul also present in the Olympic Hall, of course, waiting for his girlfriend Jutta Leerdam. We'll be seeing on the 500 meter later today as well as the final results here. Women's team pursuit, the new world champions Team the Netherlands, Japan in 2nd, Canada again bronze, Germany 4th, United States in 5th, Norway in 6th, China in 7th, and Italy in 8th place. That's your top 8 in this women's team pursuit. We'll have a short break of about 5 minutes after we restart the competition with the men's team pursuit.
Hvis vi da legger ting sammen og går litt som tog, og får kreftene gjennom litt sammen her, så er det bare å passe. Det går helt ut.
Da gleder vi oss alle sammen. Dere skal ha all mulig lykke til.
So we're back after that exciting first 4 pairs in the women's team pursuit. We now have the men's team pursuit, and as it's already dark outside of the Olympic Hall in Hamar, but on the inside it's getting warm as we see the crowd increase this Friday evening in Norway. Again, 4 pairs on the ice for the men's team pursuit. France against Belgium in the first pair. Second pair, Team China against Team Japan. United States against Team Italy in pair number 3. And in pair number 4, Team the Netherlands against Team Norway. So again, 8 teams battling for that world title in the men's team pursuit after we saw the Dutch women winning the women's team pursuit 15 minutes ago. We'll shortly start in about 1 minute with the first pair. We see Team Norway getting ready for their team pursuit in their home arena. The Olympic champs, we'll see them back in pair number 4. But now first we have the first 2 teams on the ice. Already good evening for the Dutchman with that world title. His first world title of the evening. Will there be more? We'll shortly see that as we have pair number 1. This is the crossing straight. Team Belgian Sudels, Medar and Swings will be starting for their 8 laps against Team France. On the other half of the track, Labinot, Thibault and Deschamps. That's the start for their 8 laps. Team Belgium against Team France. 8 laps, 2 laps more than the women. The rest is all the same. So the time of that third skater crossing the line, that's the time that we will see on the scoreboard. Team Belgium, the number 7 in the World Cup classification of this season, against the number 8 Team France with Labinot. We also saw yesterday on that 5,000 meters, finishing in 9th place. Of course, for the Belgians now leading the way, it is Swings. Also present yesterday on that 5,000 meters, where he became 4th team, but will of course be looking at that mass start of tomorrow. Olympic champion on that event. As we check in, it is Belgium leading the way, 2 seconds ahead of Team France, as they have to set the time on the scoreboard for the remaining 6 teams. We have 5 laps to go for Team Belgium. Medar and Swings. We saw it at the women team pursuit, especially the Netherlands. Great technique together with Canada and Japan. A lot of pushing there. So no exchanges as we saw a couple of years ago. One skater doing all 8 laps in front and the other skaters just pushing from the back, trying to stay as aerodynamic as possible. We have Team Belgium still leading the way for Team France. It is Team France a little faster in that half lap time. Already 2.3 seconds behind. And now decreasing that gap. Belgians are getting tired. Swings looking to the other side, seeing that France is closing that gap, 1.5 seconds. So still a long way to go, 2 laps to go. 35 consistent race from Team France, 14-0 in the first, 14-0 for Team Belgium. Decreasing that gap with half a second a lap. Team France to go towards the bell for the last lap for Team Belgium. Will be team French team that almost closes that gap completely. Little hiccup there at the beginning of that last corner for Team France. Can they keep up? Last half of a lap. France now 200ths of a second ahead, half a lap to go. Swings trying to give it its best, but it is the time of the third skater that's important. You see a very close finish between the two teams, but in the end still Team Belgium retreat 45-11. 500ths of a second ahead of Team France, numbers 1 and 2. After the first pair in this men's team pursuit. See the replay of the photo finish. It is indeed the third skater. Belgium crossing the line just in front of Team France. That's what you want to see, pushing all the way throughout those 8 laps. It's also the difficult part as everyone is getting tired. To then move on to the second pair on this men's team pursuit. Pair number 2, it is Team Japan, Ariato, Sasaki and Chuchiya. Against the Chinese Liu, Wu and Pan. And they are away for the second pair in this men's team pursuit. Team Japan against Team Canada. See Team Japan and Italy get in that aerodynamic position, pushing each other to have a strong start. Also Team China getting into the flow, getting into the rhythm. So we see Wu on the ice, 18th yesterday on the 5,000 meters. China number 6. The men's team pursuit World Cup classification last season. And the Japanese had a great World Cup season with the men's team pursuit. 15 the overall classification. Best result was a 4th place during the first World Cup. Their home ice rink in Nagano. So now taking a bigger lead, 0.3 of a second up on Belgium. China 1 second behind. So not even half. Just past the halfway point. This second pair of the men's team pursuit. Team Japan getting into those consistent time. But Team China now a little bit faster in that half lap time, but already 1 second behind on Team Belgium with the fastest time at the moment. Team Japan almost the same lap time as Team Belgium, but can they keep those consistent? We will see. There's 3 more laps to go. 13.7 was the lap time of Team Belgium. So China slightly faster. Team Japan losing a 10th. China tries to close that gap again. A 10th faster compared to Team Japan. Japan still ahead of Team Belgium. We go into the final 2 laps. Japan still keeping those 0.2 of a second lead over Team Belgium. Team China decreasing that gap, trying to get ahead of Team Belgium, and also of course Team Japan as we go towards the bell for the last lap for Team Japan. And now it's China, very fast. Last half lap, can they close the gap to Team Japan? And of course Team Belgium. Japan getting tired, now it is very, very close. Team China now losing that first skater, that's gonna be difficult. Japan, a great last lap, giving it all as they finish slightly ahead of Team China and taking over the lead with a 3:44.81. This is exactly the same time as Team Belgium for Team China. We'll probably check the photo finish between Team China and Team Belgium now exactly the same time. So both in second place with the 3:45.09. So it now gets corrected. So it is Belgium in second, China 100th of a second slower than Team Belgium. Now in third, but it is the lead for Team Japan. Just had enough in those last laps. For Belgium lost some speed in that first pair as we then continue with the third pair. You see on the ice Team Italy on the crossing, Giotto, Malfatti and Giovanni against Team USA, Dawson, Lehman and Ciperon. Start of this third pair, United States against Team Italy, 8 laps. This men's team pursuit, so it is Team Italy, reigning world champions number 2 in the World Cup classification this season. 21st World Cup, won the silver medal in the 3rd and 5th World Cup of the season. This United States slightly faster opening for them. 13:22, very fast half lap there for Team USA when the last 2 World Cup meets this season. Won the overall World Cup classification. So the winners last year. Increased to get 12.91. Now they are up to speed, almost a second ahead of Team Japan. Giotto leads the way for Team Italy. Fourth on the 5,000 meters yesterday. Just missed out on that podium. He is aiming for the world title on the 10,000 meters. Will be skated on Sunday. First today, the men's team pursuit. Team USA still leading 13-1, very consistent. 33 for Team Italy, 2/10 behind on Team Japan. As you saw earlier, also in the women's team pursuit, it's all about those last 2 or 3 laps. I'd say it's 2.4 seconds ahead on Japan already, but now only halfway, so 4 laps to go, 3.5 now. Again, 13.3, very consistent. The first 3 for Italy as well. Now already almost 4 laps, the same lap time for Team Italy. See the replay of pair number 3, the USA against Team Italy. Very difficult to corner there for Team USA, but in the end, it's a 3:39.24 for Team USA. Great race by them, and in second, Team Italy, 3:41.17. We have the final pair number 4. Here we have Team Norway in their home ring, Eitrim, Henriksen, Kongshaug. Against Team Netherlands, it is Huizinga, Snelling and Bosker. There we go, the start of the final pair. Team Norway against Team the Netherlands. What a great race you just saw by Team United States. So only about half a second decay the first 6.5 laps. But those last 1.5 laps, there is some room for these teams to gain a little bit of time on Team USA, but it is already 0.8 of a second behind for Team the Netherlands and Team Norway. Norway numbers 3 from the World Cup standing, the men's team pursuit. Twice bronze this season. They are of course the Olympic champions. This team, Netherlands, slightly ahead of Team Norway, but 1.3 seconds ahead or behind on the United States. Very fast. Half lap times from the United States early in the race. 13th low, and also the Netherlands still losing out a little bit on Team USA. Still skating below the 13.0. The first 2.5 laps. 13.2. Now getting into the rhythm, Team the Netherlands. 34 for Team Norway. But this Bosker in the 3rd position. Let's let it go in the corners already. 1.8 seconds behind Team Norway. 3 seconds already behind on Team USA. Second during last year's World Championships, Team Norway. Team Netherlands 13.3, second intermediate time at this moment. Winners of the bronze medal during the last World Cup. We'll see Snelling on the ice, the silver medal winner on the 5,000 meter yesterday. Yes, Sommerderge now in second place, right behind Huizinga, 13.5. Oh, and a fall there for Team Norway. That's unfortunate. We then will only have Team the Netherlands battling for a place on the podium. It is 36 for Team the Netherlands, 2.5 seconds behind on the United States. That would be a little bit too much, you would say. And then they have to see if they can beat Team Italy in second place. 36. A bit too slow for Team the Netherlands, because that was the last time before the last lap of Team United States. We're getting into the last 1.5 laps, 13.8. 2.9 seconds behind on Team United States. Now they can gain a little bit if they can keep that speed. Maybe beat Team Italy with a great few last laps. 39, getting difficult. Third intermediate time, now also behind on Italy. With a 38 is the last half lap. Huizinga, Snelling and Bosker through the last corner on their way to the finish line. As we have the finish for Team the Netherlands, it is a third place. The time of 3:41.91, with a great world title for Team USA with the great and very consistent race from them. And also Team Italy. Twice the silver medal, one World Cup win this season. And this season with the second place on this men's team pursuit. Winners of the World Cup also win the world title here on the ice of the Olympic Hall in Hamar. We see the fast Team Norway in the back. Looks like they touch with their skates. Very unfortunate for Team Norway. They end up who did not finish. Very happy team of the United States making their victory lap on the ice in Hamar. You get cheered on by the American fans in the Olympic Hall in Hamar. Traveled a long way to this side of the planet. So Dawson, Lehman and Sipora winning the gold for the United States. Second, Team Italy. In third is Team the Netherlands winning the bronze medal. Japan in fourth, Belgium in fifth, China in sixth. And it is Team France in seventh. Norway, unfortunately, with that fall, they did not finish. So that concludes the team pursuits for both women and men. We have an ice resurface now until we start with the 500 meter. First up, the 500 meters for the women at 20:12. So it will be about a 20-minute break to restart the competition with the 500 meters for the women. So stay tuned as we'll start sprinting shortly.
quick. I give first the medals and then. Fortunately, we have time. You're all right. Very nice medal. Congratulations with this third place.
Thank you.
First give the medal and then the hand. Best. Okay, congratulations. Oké, de eerste medaille. Sorry, aan de hand.
Moet je nog een keer zeggen?
De eerste medaille gaat even in de hand. Moet ik nog een keer zeggen? Ik doe mijn uiterste best om eerste medaille te nemen. Ja, een perfecte race. De plezier spat er vanaf.
Ja,
Heel
dat is ook belangrijk.
Ja,
Ja,
absoluut.
dankjewel. Thank you. Thank you.
De eerste medaille is in welke hand? Nee, oké. Dat was een mooie opbouw. En dan wist je nog goed vasthouden. Het was goed.
Thank you, thank you.
So those were the medal ceremonies for Team Netherlands, Japan and Canada. The women's team pursued United States, Team Italy and Team the Netherlands in the men's team pursued with United States. Of course, Team the Netherlands winning the world title. The men's and women's team pursued. We shortly start with the 500 meters for the women. After this replay of the golden race, Team USA. They will have a good sleep tonight for Team USA. We are a minute away from the start of the 500 meters. As competitors in the men's 500 meters are warming up. Here we have the ice condition. The ice a little bit higher temperature there. Minus 7.6 degrees. We should increase the grip a little bit more for the high speeds the skaters will reach during these 500 meters. So we have once again the outside view of the Olympic Hall in Hamar, Norway. So we're preparing ourselves for the shortest distance of this weekend, the women's 500 meters. Different as we see in the World Cup, we have 12 pairs compared to the 10 pairs we normally have during the World Cups. So we have the starting list right here. So the first 4 pairs with pair number 3, Angel Dahmer from the Netherlands, the 17-year-old, second youngest world title winner yesterday with Team the Netherlands on the team sprint. Femke Kok in pair number 7, the favorite for this distance. Jutta Leerdam, the power women for the 1000 meters in pair number 8. Where we have in pair number 11 Erin Jackson. She is the Olympic champion. In pair number 12, the winner of 2023, Min Sung Kim. We hear the whistle from the starter André de Vries. That means that we will shortly start with the first pair. So here we go, the first pair out of 12. It is the inner lane for Brooklyn McDowell from Canada. 26-year-old starting in the inner lane against Sofia Torup Prosvirnova on the outer lane representing Denmark. 27-year-old former short track speed skater. Now goes out for Denmark. We are away with this first 500 meter. Looking medal silver yesterday on the women's team sprint as we have the first openings. 10-7 for McDowell. 10-9 for Prosvirnova Torup. Prosvirnova training in Salt Lake City in the US together with women. Of course, we have the final 100 meters and the finish. 38.8 McDowell Brooklyn. 38.89 close finish between the two. Second place now for Sofia Torup Prosvirnova. Those are the first times on the scoreboard. Fast opening for the Canadian, but in the end, slightly faster lap for Sofia Topolsvinova. As we then continue to pair number 2. This is the inner lane for the Belgian Fran van Hout. Against skater from Kazakhstan, Daja Vajanina. 20 years old against the 21-year-old Van Hout in the inner lane. The start of pair number 2. Van Hout against Vazenina. 10-6 against the 10-8. Slightly false start for Van Hout. Second on the 500 meter B division. It was her best result during World Cup number 4 in Milwaukee this season. Vazenina yesterday fourth on the team sprint, just missed out on a medal with Kazakhstan on the team sprint. Very tight quarter from skating from Kazakhstan, as it is the win for Van Hout and the new leader. 38.78. Vazenina 38.99. That's a new personal best for her. First time below the 39 seconds. So great race from her. Said only 20 years old, still a lot more years left. Great to see the youngsters getting some experience on the big podium. These ISU World Speed Skating Championships as we have now pair number 3, the inner lane. The youngest skater in the field this weekend, it is 17-year-old Angel Daleman from the Netherlands. Against Canadian Rose Laliberte Roy in the outer lane. So Daleman yesterday during the team sprint with Team Netherlands, where she won the world title. The second youngest ever to win a world title in speed skating, as that's the start of pair number 3. It is a great start from Daleman. Already at hand of Laliberte Roy. 10-7. So Daleman only skated 1,000 and 1,500 meters this season. No 500 meters, but here she is on the World Championships against José Laliberte Roy. The best result, 5th place in the B division in World Cup 4 in Milwaukee. As we have the finish for Daleman, 38-31 for her. 38-74 for José Laliberte Roy. Those are the numbers 1 and 2 in the current classification. So the first appearance for Daleman on the big stage. We already saw her last year during the Junior World Cup, the Junior World Championships, of course. I saw her a couple of times during the World Tours in short track. We then move on to pair number 4. This is the inner lane for Sophie Warmuth, representing Germany. The outer lane representing Japan for Ryo Yamada.
To the start. Red.
So the start of Warmuth against Yamada. Warmuth only has a World Cup for Neo Seniors, 500 meter in 2023. Didn't have like yesterday as She got a disqualification on the team sprint. Jemana bronze this season during World Cup number 5 and 1,000 meters. Also had some great speed on these 500 meters. Difficult corner for the Japanese. Speed comes up to that 56 kilometers per hour. So we have to finish 38.16. The new leader, Rio Jemana from Japan. 38.33 for Sophie Warmuth. 2 hundredths of a second behind on Daleman. Daleman now in second. Warmuth in third. And the leader at the moment, Rio Jemana from Japan. Slight correction there in the inner corner for Rio Jemana. We then move on to pair number 5. Jin Ziguan Wang representing China in the inner lane against Anna Ausländer representing Germany in the outer lane. Also part of that
Go to the start.
German team sprint team yesterday. Sophie Warmuth in the pair before.
Red.
And it's a false start. See the replay here. Look like the Chinese or it is indeed the outer lane, Anna Ausländer. Both looked to be
All start.
moving a bit.
You raise your hand. Go to the start.
So we have the restart of this 5th pair. Wang against Ausländer.
Red.
Let's start pair number 5. So Wang 5th on the team sprint yesterday. 23-year-old from China. 10.6 for her, 10.7 for Anna Ausländer. It was 23 and 26 in the World Cup classification of this season. We get to the last corner on their way to the finish line. This Wang leading, but Ausländer now trying to close the gap. 38.6 and 38.69 for Ausländer. Both girls very close. 4th and 5th position at the moment. We still have Warmuth in third, Daleman in second, and Rio Jemana leading with a time of 38.16. Now continue with pair number 6, Karina Bozik, representing Poland. Yesterday bronze in the team sprint with Team Poland. Now then Julinistad Samsonsen representing Team Norway. The 24-year-old Norwegian champion on this distance, as well as the 1,000 meters. We also saw her yesterday on the team sprint. Ended up in 6th place with Team Norway. We are away for this 6th pair. This Bozik against Sam Samson. We have the openings 10.65, 10.63 for Bozik and Sam Samson. this Sam Thompson, who can now chase Bosiek, trying to close that gap in that last inner corner. On her own ice ring it is. In the end, Bosiek wins this race, a 38.14 new leader. She is 200ths of a second faster compared to Rio Yamada, and 38.51 for Julie Nistad Sam Thompson as she waves towards the Norwegian fans. So 5th place for her at the moment. As we are halfway this 500 meters for the women, we now get the best 500 meter skaters of this season on the ice. Jetta Leerdam preparing for her 500 meter in pair number 8. But first we have an exciting 7th pair. We see the inner lane for Ruining Tijan, representing China. Yesterday 5th on the team sprint with Team China against the current world champion on the 500 meters. Was it the best start of this season? But can she end it in a good way? It is, of course, Femke Kok representing the Netherlands. And it's a false start for Femke Kok. Had a fall on Thursday during one of the training sessions. Let's see, it looks like she crosses the line with her left skate a little bit, which is of course not allowed. She had a bad fall on Thursday. It was a little bit stiff afterwards, as mentioned during a few interviews. Just a very short training session, which was good, so she is ready for this 500 meter as they are away. Femke Kok against Ruining Tijan. 10-4 for Femke Kok. Great opening. And also a great opening for Ruining Tijan. 10:49. A little hiccup there in that outside corner for Femke Kok. Can she get that speed as she moves into the inner corner this 500 meter? Ruining Tijan trying to stay close, but it is the lead for Femke Kok as she finishes in a time of 37.50 against 38.28 for the Chinese Ruining Tijan. Femke Kok, the fastest of the season, shakes her head, isn't happy. She had a few little hiccups during that 500 meter. Wasn't her best race of the season, as she looked very stable during all the World Cup races. Great technique from the Dutch skater. Shakes her already right off the finish line. We'll have to wait a couple more races before we know what her time is worth, as we then continue to pair number 8. The inner lane for the current sprint European champion and national champion in 1000 meters. It's Jetta Leerdam from the Netherlands. Here we have Jake Paul watching. Her boyfriend, of course, also here in Hamar, and in the outer lane, Najeon Lee from Korea. Only 19-year-olds. The Korean in the outer lane. And there all, it is the 8th player. It's 500 meter for the women. Leerdam against Najeon Lee. Great opening by Leerdam. Power women for the 1000 meters. 10:6, great opening for her, and 10:5 for Najeon Lee. Leerdam already won world champion in her pocket. Part of the Dutch world champions yesterday on the women's team sprint. Great corner by Leerdam. She can skate a great lap. Here we have to finish. This is a 37.69, second place 38.12 for Najan Lee from Korea. Third place for her at the moment. They're both behind Femke Kok, who's still leading. Jutta Leerdam happy with that result. See the replay of J-Paul in attention watching his girlfriend Jutta Leerdam with 10.6 or 37.69. Great time here to see the current classification. So Kok, Leerdam and Lee, that's your top three. As we have 4 more pairs to go. First pair, number 9, it is Serena Berger representing Italy in the inner lane against Kristina Silieva representing Kazakhstan in the outer lane. Numbers 14 and 13. The World Cup classification of this season. Start of pair number 9. So Silieva yesterday also present on the team sprint. Missed out on a medal with Team Kazakhstan. We have some great openings. 10-4 for Serena Berger and 10-4 as well for Kristina Salieva. Berger only 21 years old. Still very young. She tries to stay ahead of Salieva. Salieva now in the lead. In the last 50 meters, she finishes in 37.87. Third time at the moment of 38.12 for Serena Berger. Still the 2 Dutch women leading. See great inner quarter there by Kristina Salieva. A lot of speed there. She took like finishing in front of Berger. She takes the 3rd place in the overall classification at the moment as we then continue to pair number 10, 2 Japanese women. You see in the inner lane Yukina Yoshida, 22-year-old, already won 2 World Cups this season against Kurima Inagawa, also from Japan.
Go to the start.
Twice silver. The 500 meter this season during the World Cups.
Red.
Ooh, and a false start there for one of the Japanese women. It is indeed the outer lane. Kumi Inagawa. See the slide movement. Almost couldn't see it. Looked like the hand is moving very little. The women are completely focused during their start. So Kok there, drawing up her skates after her 500 meters, still leading.
Not stable.
But not happy with her race. Had hoped she had a few tenths off that time that she skated. So the time to beat 37.15. That's the start of pair number 10. So the 2 Japanese women giving it their all. This 500 meter during the ISU World Speed Skating Champions. 10-4 for Yukino Yoshida and 10-5 for Kurumi Inagawa. Yoshida in the outer lane, Inagawa in the inner lane, trying to close that gap as they come on the last straight, the last 100 meters. It is Yoshida leading, finishing in front. That is 37.95. Yukino Yoshida. 38.50 for Kurumi Inagawa. The 4th and 12th time at the moment. To then move on to the last 2 pairs. The last 4 skaters on the ice. We have pair number 11 and it's Katja Ziomek-Nogal representing Poland, number 5 of the World Cup classification. She won bronze yesterday on the team front with Team Poland against the World Cup winner. Was the winner of last year's World Cup classification. The Olympic champion Erin Jackson representing the United States. Silence in the Olympic Hall as we have a false start there. Again, the outer lane. It was Jackson moved a little bit too soon. Looked like she already knew. There you see the slight movement from Jackson. Which is not the best for the air circulation within the arena, especially if you're more towards the end, towards the last few pairs. It keeps the air circulation going. That gives you a little bit more speed. This is the false start for Erin Jackson. The restart of this 11th pair. Now they are away, pair number 11, Ziomek-Nogal against Jackson. 1 of 5 from the World Cup classification. Great start there by Ziomek-Nogal from Poland. 10-4 against 10-5 from Eric Jackson. Femke Kok winning all 500 meters this season where she started. Wasn't happy with this right. Erin Jackson in the inner corner slide. Hiccup halfway through the corner, but she is past Ziomek-Nogal. What will her time be here? It is Jackson at 37.94, only 4th place for her, and 38.27 for Kaya Ziomek-Nogal. And Femke Kok can't hold it anymore. Wasn't happy with her race, but she's still in the lead. Jutta Leerdam in 2nd and Sileva from Kazakhstan in 3rd. Jackson now in 4th place. We see the sliding up throughout the last inner corner. There's a little bit of speed there. A lot of tension on the face of Femke Kok. She has to wait one more pair, the final pair on this 500 meters. Here we go, the final pair, pair number 12, Min Sung Kim, representing Korea. Against Angelika Wojcik, representing Poland. She was a part of yesterday's sprint team. She won bronze. Of course, Min Sung Kim. Number 2 of last year's World Championships, as we are away with the final pair on this 500 meter. This Kim against Wojcik. Great opening by Kim at 10:39, fastest opening of everyone. 10:43 for Wojciech. Also a great opening. Let's see what the speeds are. Great. Outside quarter of Kim stays ahead of Wojciech on their last final straight. It is Kim leading the way and finishes in a time of 37.72. Third time for Min-Soo Kim, and it is a world title for Femke Kok. But it looks like she wasn't happy with the rate. It is enough. And also a great second place for Jutta Leerdam. She will be definitely happy with that, as her favorite distance still needs to come tomorrow, the 1000 meter, but she wins the silver medal behind the other Duchess, Femke Kok. And in third it is Min-Soo Kim from Korea. 24 hundredths of a second behind on Jutta Leerdam. See the replay of the last pair. Great last corner from Min-Soo Kim. Happy with the third place and the podium place. Intention on the place of Femke Kok. And there she knows it. She is the world champion. Big ball also happy for Jutta Leerdam, as Femke Kok already getting interviewed by the Dutch television. We have the final results here. It is the world title for Femke Kok on this 500 meter. She was the clear favorite for this season. Jutta Leerdam, great race by her. She finishes in second. Min-Soo Kim in third. Christina Saleva in fourth. And Erin Jackson in fifth place. Those are the top five in these 500 meter for the women. Shortest distance of this weekend. The ISU World Speed Skating Championships in Hamar. The final four skaters: Vanuit McDowell, Torpris Renova and Vasilina. We then have again a short break before we continue with the competition. The 500 meters for the men will be the last event today. We'll start at 20:51. So in about 7 minutes we'll restart this competition with the men's 500 meters.
Yo, you did so good. You're amazing. I know. You're amazing. You did so good. It was so close, that girl. It was like 0.3.
.19.
0.19.
No, I know, but the girl who was like at the end.
Oh yes, she went to, but I went to 56.9. It's pretty good. I'm gonna have a speech today, but not tomorrow.
Good job, David. I love you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the show.
Dat was spannend, of niet?
So after that exciting 500 meters for the women, we start with the final event of today. The 500 meters for the men. Again, 24 skaters. 112 pairs will be starting. Subject ball celebrating the win. The second place of Jutta Leerdam on that 500 meters for the women. So Femke Kok winning second world title on the 500 meters. As we have the starting list of the men's 500 meter. See David Boza and Jana Botman shortly starting in the first pair on this 500 meter. Pair number 5 to 8. Piotr Mikaleci in pair number 5. Martin Leaf in pair number 7. And we have pair 9 to 12 with, of course, in pair number 11 Jordan Stolz, pair number 10 Lauwen Dubreu, and in pair number 12 Jenning de Bo. We heard the whistle from the starter Stefan Herman. We are ready for the first pair of the men's 500 meters. We have the inner lane for the Italian David Boza. Against Jana Botman representing the Netherlands.
Go to the start.
Starting in the outer lane, 25-year-old 15 during last year's World Championship.
Red.
Against David Bootma as they are away for the first pair on this 500 meters. Oh, and a fall there. Hard fall for Jana Botman. She had a great opening with the 9.6 even with a fall, 9.9 for David Boza. And Boza, best result, 19th place in the 500 meters in Milwaukee this season. As he goes to the last straight, we get the first time on the scoreboard. It is a 35.65. For 34-year-old David Boza. Unfortunately, that fall for Jana Botman. You see touching his skate. Point of his skate into the ice. Don't see that often in the World Cup season. It was already that last skate. We touched it a little bit. And then in the end, the right skate. Also not that great for Boza. It's always better to have a skater next to you. Pushes you a little bit further. We're watching the fall of Botman on the screen. We'll probably have a short delay. As track stewards are repairing the ice, as you can see right here. Some big gaps, of course, made by the big power these men have. Skate the 500 meters. So very unfortunate for Jana Botman. Present during the last World Cup did skate the 5th World Cup in Poland. Never see the eyes. Preparation. After that fall, Jana Botman, the bro. Put a little bit of ice in the hole. Then go over it with CO2. Which immediately freezes. Shows that it's put into the hole, and after that, and make sure there's no hole to be found on the ice. Let's hear the whistle of the starter Steven Harman to restart the competition with pair number 2. Here we go, pair number 2, the inner lane for the Canadian Christopher Fiola. Against Sanyuk Cho representing Korea in the outer lane. Numbers 21 and 23 from the overall World Cup classification of this season. Sanyuk Cho already a couple of years in the international circuit, as we also saw him 2020 winning the Aiju Junior World Cup on the 500 meters. Here they are away. It is the opening 9-7 for Christopher Fiola, 9-7-6 for Sanyuk Cho. Fiola 13 in the second 500 meter in the last World Cup. Canadian now in the outer lane, as we see Sanyuk Cho taking the lead. Speeds above the 60 kilometers per hour. The 34.91. First time below the 35 seconds for Sanyuk Cho, takes over the lead. And Christopher Fiola now in second with the 35.42. So the track record, long standing already. Jeremy Waterspoon in 2008 with 34.31. Will it be beaten today? Let's see. We have pair number 3. In a lane for Taejun Kim representing Korea. For 5th place in the B division during the Beijing World Cup against Ziwen Xu from China, the 21-year-old. His first year in the International World Cup circuit. Best result this year, 17th place in Poland. As they are away for their 500 meter. This is a great start by the Chinese, the 9.68 for Xu against the 9.89 for Taejun Kim. Speeds of 60 kilometers per hour, as we saw in the race before. In the corner for the Chinese, ahead of the Korean. With this Su finishing in 35.39, second place at the moment, into 35.53 for Taejun Kim. There's still Sanyuk Cho from Korea leading in a time of 34.91. Still preparing for his race, as we see him back in pair number 11. But first we have pair number 4. It is Björn Magnussen in the inner lane. He gets cheered on by the Norwegian fans here in the Olympic Hall in Hamar. He's gonna race against Ryota Kojima from Japan. 26-year-old. 19th during the last World Cup in Heerenveen.
Red.
Wonderful start there. So, a little movement just before the starting pistol went off. Just a slight movement from the Norwegian Björn Magnussen. Best result this season, 11th place. 500 meters.
Hold start. In a lane. No stable position. Go to the start. Red.
Slight hiccup there for the Japanese Kojima with that second step right after the start of this world. It is fast opening for Magnussen, 9.78 against the 9.92 from Kojima. Had to restart. See the speeds going towards that 60 kilometers per hour. Magnussen in that outer corner, trying to stay ahead, but now we see Kojima on that inner corner ahead and finishes in a 34.93. Second place for him, 35.04 for Magnussen. Magnussen not happy, as it looks like. A great last inner corner by Kojima. You see here. Some great speed in that inner corner. Great cornering from him as he wins this fourth pair. Only 200ths of a second behind on Sanyuk Cho from Korea, who is still leading with a time of 34.91 as we then continue with pair number 5. It is Anders Johnson in the inner lane representing Canada against Piotr Michalski representing Poland in the outer lane. Numbers 20 and 16 of the World Cup classification.
Red.
They are away with pair number 5. Great start by Michalski. Fourth on the second 500 meter during the European Championships in January. 9.7 for him. 9.88 for Anders Johnson. Second in the B division on 500 meter during the last World Cup in Heerenveen. Great speed by Michalski. Real slow movement in that inner corner, trying to keep it within the limits, and it is the finish. 35.06 for Michalski. 35.45 for Anders Johnson. 4th and 7th position at the moment in the overall classification. Very difficult inner corner with those high speeds to make sure that you leave enough room on the inside when entering. Close up that room towards the center of the corner as we continue with pair number 6. Is Zach Stapplemore representing the USA against Ziwen Lian representing China. Number 17 and 19 from the World Cup classification.
Red.
Again, a false start. Look like for Zach Stapor, so see the small movement there before the starting pistol went off.
Stable position. Go to the start. Red.
And now we're off. It is Stoppelmoor against Leon. Numbers 18 and 17 from last World Cup in Heerenveen. 9-8-2 for Stoppelmoor. 9-8-7 for Leon. Take up on the inner corner for Stoppelmoor. This yard speed for the Chinese. Even Leon now on that inner corner. Trying to close the gap. Slightly ahead of Stoppelmoor. As it is the finish for Leon. 35.09 for the Chinese skater against 35.20 for Stoppelmoor. 56th time at the moment. So still only one skater below the 35 seconds. It is Sang-Hyuk Cho still leading. Ryota Kojima in second. Björn Magnussen in third. All still very close as we have 6 more pairs left. We're only halfway this 500 meters. To then move on to pair number 7. It is the inner lane for Martin Leaf, number 5 in the European Sprint Championships. Representing Estonia on the inner lane against Vatura Morishige, representing Japan in the outer lane. Bronze medal winner on this distance during the 2022 Olympics. The winner of the World Cup last season. This year number 7 in the overall classification, and they are away. Great start by Morishige. 9.55. Fastest opening so far against a 9.84 for Martin Leaf. Difficult crossing there, but it is Morishige. We're going to get into the draft of Leaf. Already alongside, already ahead in that inner corner. It is Vatura Morishige as he goes into the last 15 meters. And the finish to 34.54. Wataru Morishige, the new leader. 34.95 for Martin Leaf. 4th place for him. Great race by Wataru Morishige. It's a great last inner corner. Gained a lot of speed there. As he finishes 34.54. Current leader of the overall classification. There you see it on the bottom right of the screen. Joe in second. Kojima in third. We move on to pair number 8. Evgeny Koshin, the surprise of the last 2 World Cups. Everyone is wondering what can he do on this World Championships. On the last 500 meter on the last 2 World Cups. Against Marijn Schepenkamp from the Netherlands. Silver medal winner on the European Sprint Championships. Let's avoid a false start as it was Schepenkamp. Moving a little bit. Didn't get into the same position. Also, the inner lane, Koshin. It may have been right after the whistle. Jack Ori, coach of Schepenkamp. There we have Batman. With that unfortunate fall in the first pair. Right at the end of the first straight, as we have now Koshin and Schepenkamp away for pair number 8. Great opening by Koshin, 9:38 and a 9:70 for Marius Schepenkamp. But Schepenkamp is more towards the 1,000 meters. Koshin, great speed already. What can he do in this 500 meters? Great outside corner. Also Schepenkamp, great inner corner, trying to close the gap towards Koshin. As we have the finish, it is a 34.63 for Koshin, second place. A 34.85 for Schepenkamp, now in third place. But still, Morishige from Japan leading with a time of 34.54. What a great end of the season already for skater from Kazakhstan, Yevgeny Koshin, only 22 years old. Still a lot more years to come for him and to get even better. We continue to pair number 9. We continue with pair number 9. So this Stoltz and De Bow getting themselves ready for their race in 11 and 12. This Damian Zurek representing Poland in the inner lane. Third at last year's World Championships against Junho Kim from Korea. Ready 2 bronze medals during the World Cups this season. Number 10 in the overall classification. They are away for their 500 meters. This ISU World Speed Skating Championship is the better opening from Junho Kim, 9:58 against 9:71 for Damian Zurek. Yes, we'll see speeds towards the 60 kilometers per hour in the last couple of races. Junho Kim trying to close the gap. Difficult inner corner there for the Korean. Zurek now slightly ahead, and it's Zurek who wins this race. 34.61. Second place for him. 34.73 for Junho Kim. That difficult last corner. Looked like he entered that inner corner a little bit too quickly. Pushed that gap towards the blocks on the inside a little bit too soon. The 29-year-old Korean. This is very close battle. First 3 skaters only 900ths of a second between them. As we move on to pair number 10. The last 3 pairs on this 500 meter. It is Laurent Dubreau representing Canada. The silver medalist last year on this 500 meter against Tetsuya Shinama. Won World Cup this season. Number 3 in the World Cup classification against the number 2 Dubreau. A lot of second places this season during the World Cups. But didn't win one time. Can he win today? Let's see. Great start by both skaters. Dubreau against Shinama. Shinama slightly better start. The 9.4, 9.55 for Dubreau. This Shinama who can chase Dubrow on the crossing. Trying to get that great hit from the inner corner. But a good outside corner from Dubrow. Slightly ahead of the Japanese. It is a 34-53, slightly ahead. And the new leader, Lauren Dubrow, 34-59 for Tatsuya Shinama. Third place for him at the moment. Very happy, Lauren Dubrow. He is the new leader in the overall classification. Can this be his day? With all those silver medals in that he achieved this season during the World Cup. But this is the tournament everyone wants to win, the World Championships. Only 1/100th of a second between him and Wataru Morishige. What a tight racing during this World Championship. So the top 5 all within 1/10 of a second as we continue with pair number 11. It is the inner lane for the current world champion Jordan Stolz representing the USA against Cooper McLeod, also representing the USA. Ended up in 4th place a couple of times this season. Hope to win his first medal today. And we're off with pair number 11. Both skaters from the USA. Stolz, the 20-year-old current world champion, only 500,000 and 1500 meters. 9.6 for both men. Got sick a week before the 5th World Cup. Is he in a good shape? Let's see. This is his first appearance this weekend. Stolz slightly ahead of his teammate Cooper McLeod. It is 34.38 for Stolz, and also a great time for Cooper McLeod, the 34.52. Both very happy, as those are the new number 1 and 2 of the overall classification, with only one more pair left. Stolz does what Stolz has to do. The 34.38, that's the time to beat for the last pair. And also Cooper McLeod, great race by him. Great inner corner there. She just keeps it within limits at the end of that last inner corner. Just behind on Jonas Stolz with a 34.52. Only 1/100th of a second in front of Dubrow, who is now in 3rd place with 2 skaters left. And it is Team USA celebrating that great race. We have then pair number 12. The last 2 skaters on the ice. It is, of course, Jenning de Boer, the European sprint champion. Winner of the 500 meter during the last World Cup in Heerenveen. Against Marek Kania, representing Poland. Bronze medal winner during World Cup number 5. Oh, and that's the slide movement from Jenning de Boer just before starting pistol went off. As we see the full start is given to the outer lane. There also the slide movement from Marek Kania. And this isn't helping Jenning de Boer in beating Stolz, winning the World Championship title. So there we go with the restart of the last 2 men on the ice. The last pair on this 500 meters. Again, some movement, but this time it's allowed. It is de Boer against Scania. The bow great all season, 9:54, great opening for the bow. And now comes that full lap, 9:71 for Marek Kania. So Bo slightly ahead of Jordan Stoltz. Can he get that speed in that full lap? 59.2, 59.8. Ahead of Kania now into the last 15 meters. Here we have the finish is the 34.24. The win for Jenning de Bo, the world title. Here in the Olympic Hall in Hamar. The former short track speed skater. Now winning the world title on the 500 meters. During these ISU World Speed Skating Championships. What a great race by de Bo. Was gaining the whole season on Stoltz. And it is enough at the end of this season, beating Stoltz. And he is the fastest in a new track record, 35.24. So the track record of Jeremy Waterspoon from 2008 is beaten by Jenning de Bo. Stoltz in second. And of course also a great achievement by Cooper McLeod, winning the bronze medal. After that, a great race against Stoltz. The European champion sprint wins his first world title here on the ice in Norway. After also already becoming a junior world champion in the 500 meter in short track speed skating. He now wins the world title in long track speed skating. Great cornering by the former short track speed skater there. Beautiful picture on the ice of the Olympic Hall in Norway. So here we have the final results. Jenning de Bo wins his first world title. Stoltz in second place. Cooper McLeod in third. That's your top three. Dubrow just misses out on the podium, 100th of a second. And Wataru Moshige in fifth place. Zdenko Teo2 plays 11 to 20th. In the end, they did not finish from Jana Botman after that unfortunate fall in the first pair. Then see short replay of course, that last few meters of Jenning de Bo in that last pair. Also after that first false start, big pressure on him, but he delivers here on the ice of the Olympic Hall in Norway. She celebrates with his teammate Femke Kok, who became the world champion in the 500 meters for the women just before him. So we then continue to the award presentation for the 500 meters, the women.
Ladies and gentlemen, the release ceremony for the 2025 ISU World Championships 100 meters for men. Nummer 1, exercise ceremony for the 10 men. Number 2 represented by the president of the ISU, Mr. Jakob Kim, and number 5 will be presented by the president of the Norwegian Skating Association, Mrs. Hamar. The legend and track record points will be presented by the director of microchip, Mr. Bronze medalist representing the USA, the bronze medalist Professor Hamar. Silver medalist representing the USA, silver medalist Professor Hamar.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Gold medalist, ISU World Champion, 500 meters for men, representing the Netherlands.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great show, everyone.
Thank you.